this cycle is proving time and time again that doing less is more. And whenever I say doing less is more, less due diligence with meme coins, holding less positions, but having higher allocations into those positions, I think is way more important than I think in the previous cycles where you could spread your bags around and more so catch the ROI from every token in the market. If we were to just simply pan over to the market right now, like most altcoins are still, in the red for the week and the month. And if you're having a widespread bag at this point in time in the market, it's probably not been too fruitful. Well, whereas over the last few months, right here on In the Game, I've been telling you guys, I have been consolidating my portfolio into my top level positions. And I'm going to go over in this video why less is more and just the few projects I think you could put in your portfolio and just set it and forget it and let it ride throughout the rest of the cycle, as well as how to play the meme coin super cycle properly. So let's jump into it. There's going to be a lot of alpha, and honestly, not even a lot of alpha, but very curated alpha. Like I said, doing less is more, and I think you're going to be able to take away a lot from this video. If you like the content, if you enjoy the content on the channel, like the video and subscribe. I implore you, please smash the subscribe button down below. We're pushing for 100K. I need to hit 100K before we hit 100K Bitcoin. And I don't know when that's going to be, so help us out down below. And then a quick shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. All of our exchange sponsors, first and foremost, Mexi, Bybit, we have Avo, we have Blowfin, etc. But we also have Vulcan Forged, Ultra, we have Dreams Quest, NordVPN, Moon Tropica, and Real Fever. So shout out to all of our sponsors here on the channel. And really, let's just jump into it because like I said, this market has been pretty up and down. I mean, right now we're sitting at 65. The other day we were pushing 70K. We saw a big rejection from that. We've been holding these mid 60s levels, which is actually very bullish. And I saw an interesting take. So yesterday we talked about all of the Bitcoin conference developments from, what Trump said for Bitcoin. And it's funny if you look at it this way, what he said in that conference about holding all of the seized Bitcoin. I have a very big brain friend named Colin. He came on the show a few weeks ago. He mentioned how he thinks that it's actually the worst thing he could have done is say that, because then the Biden administration moved over a bunch of Bitcoin, presumably to sell. So what if they just sell all the Bitcoin reserves beforehand because they're just trying to cut into the debt? That was a pretty big brain take. So I think in the short term, Bitcoin, we're going to be maybe ranging around these areas. I do see a big breakthrough to all-time highs around election season, just despite whatever. I think the markets are going to be very, very hot around that time period. But like I said, my portfolio has become pretty concise in this market. And for example, last cycle, 2021, I felt very comfortable having a few big bags, but then on top of that, I was spread into, I don't know, 30, 40 gaming. I'm not even kidding you. Last cycle, I was so across the board. And while I captured a ton of upside, gaming also just went on such a run that it didn't really even matter what you were invested in. And I think this time around isn't quite that way. I don't know that you can just choose any given altcoin this cycle and rely on it to give you a 10x just because we're in a bull market. I think those days are a little bit past us, because what has happened is there are metas in the market now. Growing L1s, growing narratives that just are showing such strength during these markets, as well as the meme coin super cycle. You factor in the fact that gaming was the hot narrative last cycle. Now we have AI, we have RWA, we have DPIN. So things aren't necessarily going to play out the exact same way as last cycle. So this cycle, rather than holding 30 to 40 tokens, I have really consolidated my portfolio to be much less wide and taller in my favorite positions. I know we've talked about it in the past, but I just want to give you a staple of projects and the ideology behind how you can win by doing less in this market. And while I always tell you to lock in, and I think you need to lock in, right now is the time to be zoned in, consolidating that portfolio, stacking up on strength, and being ready for that big time bull, like the bull run move that I think we're going to see. But first and foremost, like, you have to pick the positions that you most want to allocate into. Now, I did this a few weeks ago right here on the stream, and it was a 12 token portfolio that I think is going to just outperform probably 90% of portfolios out there over the next year. And I really think this is like basically all you would need to be able to outperform most in this market. So we're going to go over some of these positions, but really just how simple it is if you just take away the overthinking and the FOMO and just stick to your favorite core positions, how you can win in this market. So first and foremost with 𝗏. I have been talking about 𝗏, Notcoin, Telegram gaming on this channel, top to bottom. I've been screaming it from the top ropes because it is the biggest onboarding opportunity we have ever seen in crypto gaming. And I talked to so many different developers, teams, builders, VCs, and I can tell you the attention is on for Telegram. Like, people want exposure to the Telegram ecosystem. People want to build games there. They want to build some experiences to just onboard people into their broader ecosystem because you're capturing such a big user base. And we see this tweet here from Jack from 𝗏, who says, Web3 projects with revenue is not a glitch, it's the goal. 𝗏 is where builders come to build a real business. Play with real businesses or play with fake ones. The choice is 100% yours. And that's completely true. Like, Telegram's user base literally provides an avenue to be a real revenue generating business almost immediately. We've seen it with 𝗏 Station from 𝗨𝗟𝗧, still uber bullish on 𝗨𝗟𝗧 as far as a low market cap gaming play, but what they're doing on the 𝗏 side just can't be ignored. You can just go in, play their games, use their ecosystem. It's like Steam 𝗏 Station of the Telegram network, and you can actually start farming the Soon token, which I think is actually going to do really well considering they have 4 million users in just the first month. But then another one, we talked about 𝗏𝗏 around their node sale. The TGE is coming up for 𝗏𝗏, but they actually just incubated this Telegram studio. As they say, 𝗏𝗏 times banana. We are more than proud to see our partnered 𝗏 game getting the recognition it deserves. What recognition? 1 million apes in 72 hours. You don't get this across other networks. Maybe Ronin, but not every game can build with Ronin. Every game right now has the open opportunity to jump over and utilize the user base that's using Telegram. And I think that projects that lean into this, like 𝗨𝗟𝗧, like 𝗏𝗏, like Pixelverse, like Notcoin. So like my two positions in this portfolio, for example, to give me that exposure are just 𝗏 and Not. I think that's all you need, Not and 𝗏. Like, I think those two positions alone can carry your bags throughout this cycle. If you really want to trickle down, you can look at 𝗨𝗟𝗧 with their 𝗏 Station experience, but it's a higher risk play given that it's a little bit lower market cap. And I hold 𝗨𝗟𝗧, just all transparency. I do hold 𝗨𝗟𝗧, I hold 𝗏, and I hold Not. But I think if you're just looking for that less is more portfolio, that's really all you need. And you can just set it and forget it and ride it out throughout this bull cycle. Another narrative clearly is Solana. Solana, this is where meme coins live. Like, if you guys haven't seen, I use BullX, for example, this right here on my Twitter page. I use this to trade meme coins. You can use Photon, for example. You can use Banana. I know they're coming out with a Sol extension. But what I'm seeing right now is Solana still has so much upside with such little downside, given the fact that it is the on-chain casino. This is where meme coins on Pump Fund come out every second of the day. The volume, the FOMO, the amount of people coming into this network is just undeniable. And you don't just have to hold these positions spot. What you can do, go over to Jito and you can get 7.6% on your SOL that you hold. So if you're trading meme coins or whatever the case, or you just have a big bag of Solana, you can come swap it over here and almost get 8% on your Solana while the market is kind of going sideways. It's a pretty good opportunity. So you can put these positions to work in a low risk fashion because you're earning staking rewards and you're earning MEV rewards based off trading. So this is a perfect combination. So those high, just what seems to be the most obvious plays, and right now in this market, they are stuff like TON, stuff like Solana. And then you move over to stuff like 𝗂𝗧𝗢, which is also in this portfolio. I put it here, 𝗂𝗧, at 17 cents. This is one that has actually gone up since we put this together. 𝗂𝗧𝗢 is currently sitting at about 19.5 cents. And it looks like at this moment in time, it's actually breaking out. If it breaks this level, as 𝗙𝗟𝗧𝗏 says, it could be blue skies ahead. And 𝗂𝗧𝗢 just really is one of the strongest projects in the market. But more so, if you look in a sea of red, it is one of the only coins in the entire market that is green on the daily, the weekly, and the 30 days. So sticking with the high performers in bad times, meme coins just performed so well while the market recently did so terrible. They held up quite nicely. Like the dips that memes took, the dips that 𝗂𝗧𝗢 took, the dips that TON has taken or Solana have taken have been much less volatile than some of these other sectors. And that's where I would be stacking strength. So literally, like throughout this video, if you just had TON, 𝗂𝗧𝗢, Solana, I think Avalanche, it's been a little more volatile, but I think Avalanche is going to be a huge catch-up trade, and it's just an obvious one. Like I said, lower the overthinking of like, oh, this protocol is going to change the world. It does this, this, and this. Their technology is just ridiculous. Like right now, honestly, that is not what's making people money in the space. It's what is absolutely crushing the narrative, what is showing strength when the market is down. Those are the most explosive projects right now when the market's going up. And as much research as we do on the crypto gaming space and all of this stuff, it's like, honestly, right now it's like ape season, you know, caveman, throw a rock in the tunnel and chase it, and whatever's doing good, that's what people do, but it's working. And I think that like we just simplify our investment thesis a little bit, and we're really going to make out of this cycle like bandits. Getting into the gaming space, look, gaming's going to have a run. And I loved this tweet from Becker because it is so true. The second one, because we're going to talk about the first tweet in a second. Everyone keeps asking, what about gaming? You're supposed to be pumping my gaming bags. We're allowed to be bullish on multiple sectors. Like I can have bull theses on blue chips, L1s, L2s, AI, memes, but gaming definitely is my main avenue where I think when the gaming pump comes around, we will have made a lot on the higher leverage plays like 𝗂𝗧𝗢, TON, Notcoin, meme coins, to consolidate some of those profits into our favorite gaming positions, ride those up. And that's about the time where I would be taking major profits out of the market. But stuff like Ronin, it is such an obvious play. While people are screaming, gaming's dead, gaming's not getting a pump, we just haven't had that recent catalyst, whereas Ronin is literally the most transacted blockchain, the most daily active users last week. Like this is insane. More than Tron, Solana, TON, Base. The numbers speak for themselves. And it's another one, you can just set it and forget it, and you can get up to 10, 12, 13% yield on your Ronin bag. And, you know, this is right on the Ronin website. You're literally taking next to zero risk by staking your tokens here, and you're getting on a baseline 10% extra on your tokens throughout this market. And if we look at Ronin, 600 million, and you look at the metrics, there's no reason why this shouldn't be IMX's valuation or higher. I think it's literally, and I mentioned this here, which is kind of the theme of this video, is like, I think we just have to stop overthinking this market. It's one of the simplest, easiest, most obvious, but big brain at the same time. Just like I think TON, Sol, 𝗂𝗧𝗢, they're so obvious seeming, and they seem almost too easy if you just allocate into that, but that's the market that we're playing in. It's like the high leverage, high alpha plays that you think like, oh, maybe they've exhausted themselves, they keep proving time and time again to just continue. And like Sol, just to be the most easy example. Solana, people are so worried. Have I missed the Solana upside? Like, what can I do to capture the upside from something like Solana from here? Well, if we look at the all-time chart, we're really not even close to all-time highs. We have another 33% move to all-time highs. And quite frankly, this is probably going to go to $500 to $800 this cycle at a minimum, just on a base low level. I'm always conservative with predictions here. But like I said, if less is more and you're just putting more into your high alpha top conviction plays, you're going to make it out of this market way heavier than you came in the right way. I'm not talking carbs. I'm talking paperweight in your pockets. We have stuff like Beam, another just glaringly obvious play, 25 games building on Beam, 50 plus games launching on Beam's Sphere. And quite frankly, like with their Avalanche connection, when Avalanche runs, Beam's going to run. When gaming runs, Beam's going to run. When altcoins have run, even Beam is just so strong in the market. I think the two best positions you could take in the gaming space are literally Ronin and Beam alongside Prime. And, you know, I've read some comments on the channel. People are like, well, what about Prime, Hustle? This thing has gotten crushed. We got in at $2.77 here on this channel. And despite this going up to $27, this is an opportunity right now. Most of us on this channel should be well in the green on these types of positions. We're still up 3x from our initial call on Beam. We're up 3.5x here on our initial call on Prime. We have many more profitable positions still in the market because we had conviction during those hard times. It's a hard time in gaming right now, and I think that even Echelon Prime at this point in time is such a good position. If we go back and look at this portfolio, Ron, Prime, Beam, Notcoin, Super, and 𝗨𝗟𝗏. Those are my gaming bags that I would like. If I'm doing a simplified portfolio, that's exactly what I would be allocating into at this moment in the market. I just think that that's such easy plays to write up at this point in time. I'm leaving IMX off of this list just because of the market cap. But I think your upside that you can capture from those gaming tokens is absolutely ridiculous. Then you have TON capturing the Telegram narrative. You have Kaspa, and then 𝗨 alongside the AI sector, which let's go over here to Becker's tweet. It's shocking how many people are ignorant to AI crypto projects. Every major company in the world is FOMOing in, and AI works. Yet AI crypto market cap is the same as Doge, and it's the same way that gaming is. But at the same time, there's such good plays out there in the AI sector. I think 𝗨, Render are like the really just super obvious ones. I know Neural AI has been catching a lot of fire recently. Is actually one that I know Becker likes. I know a lot of tier 1 KOLs have really been gravitating towards, and I think this one has a lot of growth potential coming up, so might be talking a little more about that one. Node AI, GPU, that middle market cap play that I just think has a ton of potential. If we move over to the AI watch list, if I'm allocating today into different AI tokens, I would definitely look at Node AI, PAL, Prime. I like 0x0. And obviously, Render and 𝗨 are very high-level plays on that list. And I would also be looking at Neural AI. I think that one's probably going to rise towards $100 million market cap here pretty soon. And when you're looking across the board, what have we not talked about? It's Memecoins. And this is the one that gets the most contention from everyone. It's like, quit talking about Memecoins. So you want me to quit talking about money? Quit talking about making money, Hustle. We don't like making money. Then why are you investing in crypto? In crypto, you need to follow the narratives that are just crushing it. And right now it's Memecoins. And it's proven that it's not going away. I think that Memecoins are going to be main character probably throughout the entire cycle. We're going to see AI run. We're going to see gaming run, L1s, liquid staking, RWA. But meme coins are in a class of their own because they provide such high upside. The liquidity, the volume is there 24/7, 365. Belmar tweets that Wall Street bros are getting outperformed by degens trading dog coins. The meme coin cycle is just starting. And this tweet by Elio really does show it. Let me move my camera here up a little bit just to display this chart. We can see the whiff trajectory and we can see the MOG trajectory, which I've stated multiple times is one of my favorite meme positions in the market right now. I am heavy on MOG. I think that this is probably a 5 to 10x from these levels very easily in this market. We have Pepe, which is a $5 billion coin. MOG is 700 million. So if Pepe continues to grow, I could totally see MOG hitting multiple billions of dollars on the market cap. And I definitely agree with his sentiment here about how if Pepe succeeds, MOG is definitely going to run underneath it. I listed this yesterday on the show about my current meme coin portfolio. Stuff like Brett, MOG, Wolf, Ponky, Billy, Bub, Foxy, and Redo. But this needs to be separate from your core portfolio. So when I'm looking at my long-term bags, that is about 80% of the money I have in the market is in my long-term stuff. You know, Notcoin, Ton, Caspa, Beam, Ronin, Super, all those high-level plays. That's about 80% of my money in the market. But then we move over here to the meme coin. I've allocated about 20%. I would say 15% of that money is in these for long-term holds, but highly degenerate, right? You have to have a stomach for these types of things. There's high upswings, there's high downswings. You have to be diligent on profit taking, protecting your downside, as you should be across the entire market. But I have 5% where I'm like degenning early coins, hoping to hit home runs, right? Last night I was using BullX and caught FWOG at 2 million. It was 10 million. Now it's 20 million today. So there are opportunities, but you have to have capital allocations for it. So like I said, my main port is about 80% of my money in the market. My meme coin portfolio is about 15% on long holds and then 5% for degen plays, like super early, zero or hero. Like I'm either going to hit 100x or it's going to zero type of plays. But that's how I'm playing the market right now. And like I said, less is more. So whether you're allocated into 10 coins, whether you're allocated into 5 coins, whatever your portfolio strategy is, I can just tell you from experience, you're going to have FOMO. There's no perfect way for you to capture the upside on every single token in the market. And I think that's something that's important to recognize. There's always going to be someone on your timeline that does a 10x on a meme coin that you didn't. There's always going to be someone who had money in an AI or a gaming coin that just randomly did a 7x that you don't have money in. But what you can control is the security of your bags, as far as I'm in good positions that are going to run and I have no problem sitting in them with conviction, giving them time to play out. Because if you look on crypto Twitter, it is a FOMO fest. You can greed. Your greed will take over if you see this person, this person, this person doing these amount of X's and you feel like you missed out. But the real power of this market is if you can get over that psychological hurdle and be able to invest regardless of what the person to your left and right are. With horses, they wear blinders because they don't want to see the horse to their left or right. They just want their horse to focus on what they can control, focus on what you can control this market. I think that like people overcomplicate it. And done are the days where I'm going to be coming in here giving you a list of 50 tokens that I'm just uber bullish on, because right now is not the market for that. And I've mentioned there will be a time for it. Look, if we go filter by market cap, we're going to have plenty of time to play the top coins, the top gaming tokens, and then get down here in the nitty gritty, like something like Domi, which I really like 80K in volume. That's not terrible, for example. I want to find something maybe that just has not any volume at all. Forgotten Playland does something like, 80K there. I want to find like a good example of a low cap that's just not getting money right now. Let's just go to based because 𝗪𝗪𝗡 is pretty dead. 8K in trading volume. Like, that's not going to move the chart. So you have plenty of time for the most part to move down into these. Where in comparison, these top coins like MOG has 45 million in volume today compared to some of these low caps getting like 50K in daily volume. So if you feel like you're going to miss the low cap plays, you're not. Because I can tell you by experience, on the back half of the February run, on the back half of the November run, on the back half of the 2021 bull run, I was still able to ride up 5-10 million market caps to 50, 100 million in a snap of a finger over a course of a couple of weeks, because the money is going to trickle down as the cycle progresses. So for now, consolidate your bags into those top level plays. I almost feel like a professor at a lecture trying to help your I'm teaching a psychology class at a university or something today. But it is true. My strategy, I'm going to funnel my profits. I'm going to funnel some to the side, right? Bank account, pay the tax man. Unfortunately, I'm in the US. But I'm going to funnel some of that profit down into lower cap plays and multiply those as the cycle progresses. But for now, I am highly convicted in my higher market cap, surefire plays, my meme coin bags that are going to flip multiples, and I can then funnel those into higher risk, but also higher upside plays as the real altcoin cycle plays out. And we're not even going to see that until new all-time highs. And we're at 65K right now. All-time highs will be around 73, 74. But I think we need to push a little bit past that to really see altcoins thrive. So I know it was a lot of ranting, a lot of rambling today, but more so, less is more. So like my portfolio literally since November, let's just say November, February, when everything was hot, you could make money on any given altcoin. I've prepped my portfolio now to where I'm going to repeat that cycle, but I'm going to start with my high leverage plays and then funnel it down as the market gets hotter and those low market cap plays start to flip. And then I'm going to be taking massive profits out of this market. But I don't think you need to have 30 positions, guys. I don't. If you have a $30,000 portfolio, don't put 1K in 30 tokens and hope for 100x. Literally pick 5 projects, put 6K into each of them, and set it and forget it. That's what I would be doing in this market. And I think that a lot of influencers overcomplicate it. I'm going to say like taking accountability at the fact that at certain points in time, I've given 50 tokens and I'm like, I love this token. I love this token. But right now is not the market for that. So for the protection of my portfolio, for the protection of your portfolio, I think we consolidate our bets for now, ride them into the bull, and then we can kind of become a little more risk on. Because I know a lot of people ask like, what about Shrapnel? What about Honeyland? What about this? And I still hold all of those projects. But right now is not the time to just be like funneling money into those plays. We need those narratives and those level of market caps to start getting hit with liquidity before we can really justify like it's the time to get in on those, right? So just a little bit of a reassurance type of a video today to just show you, I don't think that this complex strategy of I have to have exposure to every pump. If Becker mentions a video with 25 coins, I need to own all 25 of them. Like, no, I don't think that's the play in the market right now. I'm playing it with a lower IQ mentality, which is less positions, more size, give in to the meme coin narrative. I have my bags in gaming and AI, and I'm ready to run those up. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to like the video down below. Go check out Moon Tropica. I mean, these guys, absolutely one of my favorite gaming projects in the space. They are crushing it. They just posted their new trailer. You know, they are partnered up with Super. They're partnered up with Beam. They're partnered up with IMX. Their game is one of the most fun that I have ever stepped into in the entire crypto gaming space. I'm going to have to get the team on here, and I need to stream this game for you guys to really show you just how fun it is. Like, this thing is such an experience, and I think that we're going to have to do it as a community here. So if you guys like the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe down below, check out all the links in the description, and keep it simple, stupid is what they say. That's the saying. That is the saying. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So meme coins, I have my long-term bags, and I'm here. right? Less positions, more size. We're going to ride this thing up. And I'm locked into the market. So any new positions, any new alpha, I'm always going to have it for you here on In the Game. And I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.